I'm Stephanie Siemek, and I am a PhD graduate student at the University of Maryland Center for Environmental Sciences. And my research is looking at how well riparian buffers reduce nutrients in the groundwater from agricultural fields, specifically in the ridge and valley of the Chesapeake Bay watershed. Chesapeake Bay has a lot of problems with too much nutrients that causes algae blooms, and so a lot of people forget the part of the upland part of the Chesapeake Bay where we do have a lot of farms. And so one way of mitigating that effect is just planting these trees along streams that take up the nitrogen and phosphorus, but we're not sure how effective they are in all of the provinces of the Chesapeake Bay. And so the ridge and valley is very complex. There's a lot of karst and there's a lot of losing streams and springs. And so we're just trying to understand the hydrology of those places specifically, because if there's a deeper flow path of groundwater beneath the root systems of these trees, then they're not doing anything. And we have to make sure that they're doing something in order to reduce the nutrient effects of the Chesapeake Bay. I go out into the field every 2 weeks. So I have piezometers or wells, which are just PVC pipes that you put into the ground right next to the agricultural field in the middle of the riparian buffer, and then another one next to the stream. And so I take water samples from those wells, and I also look at what their water table depth is to try and figure out if it's a regular downslope of water leading into the stream or if there's a spring or another water source. And then I also take flow measurements upstream and downstream to try and see what the flow of groundwater is at that particular reach. I grew up in Maryland, and I've always been interested in doing stuff with the Chesapeake Bay. And then I found out about the UMC's program, and I thought it was very unique in that there are labs all over Maryland, and where each lab is looking at different ways of trying to find solutions for the environment. And a lot of them are specific into the Chesapeake Bay. And since I am a native of Maryland, and the Chesapeake Bay is something I grew up with and swimming in and everything, and seeing the problems over the years, I was just very passionate about doing research related to doing something that would find a solution for the problems I've seen over the years.